Let's go back. This is the footage you saw when I was playing through the game. It's pretty much the beginning of the 30 minutes. If you haven't seen that video, you might want to check it out. It tells you absolutely everything in the first 30 minutes of this game. A lot of content, all 4 disciplines, everything. Anyway, so going through this, we flew all the way and went to the final discipline, which is with the professional racing team, which I think is really, really cool. It adds a new kind of idea onto it. We start off with a nice boat race. You may remember that, the big boat race. It was pretty cool. You started off in this insane Jaguar that goes ridiculously quickly. Boats are definitely something that I need to research and properly look into before I jump into this game, because I absolutely have no idea about anything to do with boats, other than this one is really, really fast. It's insanely fast. Anyway, once you complete that, you then get congratulations. She's like, oh, well done. Haha, great, you did. You joined the team. That's not what we're here today. This is.
Not that one, little grasshopper. Not yet. You need to find the winner's circle a few times first.
That is a proper F1 car. I don't know particularly exactly anything about F1 cars whatsoever. I'm from the UK and I don't like F1. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Anyway, I do like the cars. The motorsport confuses me. Just to get that out of the way, because I know people will be like, oh, we're driving it. We're test driving it. Now, at these places we've already seen from the hovercraft, you can actually test drive these vehicles and give them a go around an area. Because generally, you're not going to be quick enough to get past like a certain limit. So this one's actually confined to the track, unfortunately. We cannot take this one out onto the streets, which is a real shame. I would like to be able to do that. There is a gate, which I will show you. I actually attempted to try and get out of it, but we know that it is actually genuinely possible to take this thing onto the roads. And you're wondering, like, how do you know this? What is it? How would Red Bull even allow this? I don't know. Well, they did. Because in the recent trailer that we got, we saw a little preview of that. As you kind of saw, the very quick kind of mishmash of stuff I made and put together, the game does have the ability to drive the F1 car on the road. The street is actually in a bus lane by the look of it. Anyway, that's probably a bike lane or cycle lane. I don't know how American cities work. So I went again, as I said, to try to go around the track once more time. And I showed you to try and get out. It didn't really work very well, but I was a little bit annoyed that I couldn't do that. But I get it, because it makes you go like, you know what? I'm gonna really, really have to try and properly get this car. Once I get this car, boom, we're ready to go. And then I'm going to be able to drive on the road, do challenges with it, do everything with it, drop from the sky and land on a roof with an F1 car. This is the Crew 2, ladies and gents. It's actually insane, the amount of things I can think of doing. And honestly, for the most part, most of them consist of flying a plane and then jumping into a car and falling from a million miles high. But that's just kind of something that just with the tools you're given, it's like, you know, why don't I? It just makes sense to do this. But there are a million other things I can think to do with this. I want to do some off-road challenges with this vehicle. I want to do some challenges like coast to coast. How quick is this thing? Is this thing the fastest vehicle in the game? Acceleration-wise, it's pretty got to be up there. Now, this footage right here is not from the same build. That last build was not finished, but it was much a newer build. This is the E3 build that I got probably last year. Last year, some footage I got. Crazy, it's actually coming up to the next E3, but this was a race with their custom F1 car, I would like to say. This is their idea of an F1 car in the Crew, okay? And I like it. I actually think it looks really, really cool. It's very futuristic, and I get the idea behind it. It looks super, super cool. Anyway, this was a race I was doing back in E3. I think this was also on a standard console. The current footage we're playing is Xbox One X Enhanced mode, but this again looks just as bloody good, so no problems there whatsoever. But this vehicle, I'm gonna say I would love to compare the two and see which is faster. I almost feel like this would be faster because it's make-believe and they could definitely do some stupid stuff with it. I'm interested to see what the upgrades are going to be like on this. I reckon the upgrades will probably be more on this vehicle, though I'm not exactly sure. The race around this track, super cool, super fun. This car is really, really lively, and the two, it's hard to compare the two together because of the fact that I've played them so far apart, and the handling model would have changed since then. But I would say this feels a little bit more light. This feels lighter, and it feels like I have more control over the official F1. But we'll get to do a proper test of that at some point. That's definitely going to be another video I want to make comparing the two. That's probably at the top of my list right now of vehicles I want to do like videos on, is compare the two F1 cars, or whatever this would be classed as, the Formula car. It is one of their prototype type vehicles. So the prototype category of manufacturer in the crew is their make-believe one, where they have the hovercraft, the F1 car, the Hop 1. The Hop 1 returns. Yet the Hop 1 should be everything. Make a Hop 1 boat. That's what I want to see. Please, I will make it in real life. I will buy a real Hop 1 if it ever made it. I will buy it outright. Anyway, so this was, as I said, just doing a race. And the reason I'm actually showing you this is it's not just for the sake of showing it, because I've already showed this footage before back, like, well, E3 last year. You can actually take this one on the road. And I wanted to show what this gameplay is like. I didn't get too much of it because I was more focused on dropping out of the sky and changing to a vehicle, or changing to the vehicle, then dropping from a sky. So that's the footage we've got after the race, but I did pretty well in the race, so I think you'd agree. So jumping in, we are now on the street driving with this F1 car. Again, this is an older build, but it's totally possible to do it. In the trailer, it's possible to do with both. From what we've seen, this is drivable in the free. Like, the thing is, my brain just can't wrap around the idea that Red Bull would go, yes, take the license and drive them off the road. Like, it's insane. I don't know how you would have to. It would have worked craziness to try and get that to be a thing, to bring it to fruition. Unfortunately, I think this is in kilometers. I can't quite tell because I can't really read it. But I would doubt it's miles per hour. But hey, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited to drive the F1 car in the Crew 2? I know I am. I've got many ideas. But other than that, let me know your favorite car that you're most looking forward to. Let me know. Is it this one? I'd love to know. Be sure to smash a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, guys. Peace.